when I was an intern, I was doing pretty well as an intern, but Spotify definitely took care of me. When I started working full time, of course, I was the least experienced, so I wasn't making a ton of money, and I definitely had to make sure that my dollars were stretching far. But as I climbed the ladder and I got these promotions, really in the last year and a half, 2 years of my career, my salary almost quadrupled. So the great thing about that is I was used to living on a certain amount of income. So then when I was making so much more, I was really smart with it. I was able to put a lot aside. I was able to invest a lot, which really gave me the ability and the stability to create my own company. And over that period, I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of frustrating points of being like, wow, people are getting paid so much more than me, but I've been here for so much longer. They're making like double what I'm making, but I'm doing triple the work. So there was a portion, I would say a good 6 months, where I was really adamant about pulling the numbers, proving why I deserved to get paid more. And then once it started flowing, it just started flowing. So that was great. And then going from that, so doing really well, not touching over half of my income to going full entrepreneur mode, it definitely was a bit of a challenge. So going back, I had to go back to not making so much. But yeah, the first quarter of this year, I was able to 4x my income just in that single quarter.
Wow, that's incredible. And I think maybe because you have had that experience of having to stretch your dollar, having to like pull things to make ends meet and work a little bit harder, you've already got the experience of like, you know what it's like to live like that. And so that maybe that shift into entrepreneurship was a bit easier for you.
Yeah. And I mean, just to give more context too into how I make money and the two parts of my business. So part of it is I do sell into companies. So I energize companies' employees. I've identified these 6 weakest points of the day where we implement energizing habits to really help them power through and stay productive and feel good. And so that part of my business really didn't pick up until this year. Then it started picking up in Q1, which is really my cash flow. Prior, when I had left Spotify, I had my personal growth club, which I still run and have today, where I really wanted to be surrounded by growth minded people on my growth journey. So I was on a happy hour with six of my girlfriends, and I just left feeling completely sick and tired of having surface level conversations about the latest handbags or the Kardashians. And I wanted to really have conversations with people who I would want to get a drink with. They were cool, but we would also help each other grow. And so that's the other part of my business, this personal growth club. And I had grown it to a point where I was able to leave Spotify. But in terms of cash flow, I would say corporate definitely helps in that aspect.